Hello everyone, welcome to Loud Noises. I'm Scuba Steve.
And I'm Nick the Hick.
And today we have the Bergara BXR.
BXR. Carbon!
Carbon.
Can't forget about the carbon.
Loud noises!
Okay, so with that, let's talk about the features of the BXR. So let's start from the tip and let's go all the way to the butt pad. So on the tip, we have a threaded barrel. It's actually, this is the carbon fiber wrapped version, which shaves about 10 ounces over the steel barrel version. And then we have a 30 MOA built-in rail into the receiver. Continuing on with the barrel, we have a bench chamber, so that increases accuracy, maybe a little bit of reliability, or is it less
something. I'm not sure it increases reliability, but I know it's good for accuracy.
Continuing on, it has an extended mag release. It has an extended charging handle. We also noticed that the bolt is coated in something, but we're not quite sure what it is. We couldn't find any literature on it, what it's coated with. We couldn't find any literature with what it's coated with. It also has a 3.5 pound trigger, which is pretty crisp. I actually enjoyed it. I mean,
it feels like a really crisp AR trigger, like a single stage AR trigger.
That's a great analogy of what it's like. It's as we will show you shortly, it really doesn't affect accuracy. It's very, very.
So there are two versions of this gun, right? And the carbon version has this Boyd's knockoff-ish stock with the gray speckle flake in it. The other stock is green with a black speckled flake in it. This stock is adjustable, does have adjustable length of pole, and it has a really nice rubber butt pad for all that punishing recoil of a 22.
I know. If it wasn't for that, I wouldn't have been able to shoot this thing all day long.
Man, I don't know. You put more than 5 or 6 rounds through it, you're done without this pad. So it's very effective. So let's briefly talk about the scope here. We kind of shoot NRL 22. This gun, with this scope and this gun, it fits in a base category. This scope is not the best scope. So this is a Athlon Talos BTR 4-14 first focal plane scope. Has a lit reticle, it has locking turrets. It's an okay rifle or scope. It's a terrible rifle, but it's a pretty good scope. This is an okay scope, but when you pair it with this gun, it puts it in the base category of NRL 22. Right. So it's just under that threshold of 1050. Otherwise, you probably would have chose something a little bit different for this. Right. But not a bad scope, not a bad gun. This gun, we've put quite a few rounds through this thing.
Yes.
Subsonic, supersonic. So far, been a pretty decent gun. So, how does it shoot?
Stupid? Is that a word that I could use? I mean,
no, it's better at description. It's boring. It's boring. Anything under 100 yards, it's just boring.
Oh yeah, it's like playing a video game. It's like,
it's as long as you know you're dope, this gun will hit it.
Right.
Pretty much.
And I mean, to take it back a step, I bought this scope. I was actually really impressed with the scope when I first got it. But this gun outshoots the scope, which I was not expecting that. I really didn't. 14 power, you think that's going to be plenty of scope for this. The crosshairs are they're large enough, like at 100 yards and stuff. I mean, we're hitting 4-inch plates all day long. Yeah. We had a groundhog plate, and we were actually picking off the hand of the groundhog and the feet. I mean, that's how. And this is a semi-auto.
Yeah, semi-auto 22.
Yeah,
it's a semi-auto 22. We had 3/4-inch dots put on plates at 100 yards, and we were deliberately trying to shoot the stickers off the plates because it was so boring.
Yes.
So this gun shoots great. It does need to be cleaned.
Yes.
We found if you put 500 rounds through it,
at least it may be more than that.
Yeah, if you put more than 500 rounds through this thing, it's not going to like you, and it's not going to shoot very well. It's not going to be very reliable.
And we do shoot suppressed, so it is probably getting a lot more blowback and everything. So that round count may be a little bit different if you don't have a suppressor.
True.
Yeah.
But it does like to run clean.
Yes, it does. It started giving us a little bit of issues towards the end when we had it kind of fouled up. So.
Yeah. And this gun also does not like quiet 22s, like CCI quiet 22s. They're shooting 725 feet per second, something like that. It doesn't have enough energy to cycle the bolt. So understandable. If you want to stick with those, you probably want to go with a bolt gun anyway, probably a little bit quieter. But this right here.
But surprisingly, we had zero issues with any of the other subsonic ammo. Yeah. So it loves subsonic. Actually, I think it kind of prefers it. I say that, but we had a few handfuls of different brands of supersonic ammo that actually shot quite well.
And this gun is also the most consistent gun, right? So if you throw different ammo in it, the point of impact doesn't move very much.
I
right?
forgot about that, but that is very true. Yeah.
So this gun, you can throw lots of stuff at it as long as it's clean, and it'll probably hit it at 100 yards. And we're talking, an inch or two for different types of ammo, subsonic to subsonic. Now, when you get into the supersonics, then you open up a little bit.
Right.
But this gun is fairly consistent, no matter what you shoot. So let's move on to what we like about it. So I'm going to say first one is accuracy, second one is accuracy.
Yeah, and I think the third one may be accuracy
and the
as
third
well.
one might be accuracy. I don't know, I think the top 10 is just accuracy.
I think top 10 accuracy. Let's go to 11.
Let's go to 11. All
Let's
right.
turn it to 11.
So the next thing that I like about this was that it was super light. This gun is very, very light. If I'm gonna, go squirrel hunting all day, or if I'm looking for, a backpack gun or something like that, if I'm might run into some snakes or some small varmint that I might need to scare something away, I wouldn't have a problem packing this around all day.
12 for me would be, this is Bergara's Ruger 1022. So far as we can tell, any Ruger 1022 accessory will fit on this gun.
So far, everything that we found.
Yeah.
So we haven't thrown a new barrel at it. It does use factory mags.
Yeah, we've been using the extended factory Ruger 25 round mags. I can't remember what the name of the 25 round mag is, but that we've been using them, and they work perfectly. We've had zero issues, that have been mag related with it.
So some of the dislikes. The first for me is that crappy stock Bergara mag.
Yeah.
It did not work. I mean, it didn't even make it 10 rounds before we're like, well, this doesn't work.
Yeah,
Here's a
and
Ruger
it's
mag.
basically a knockoff of the Ruger rotary 10-round mag. And I think it worked fine the first day, but I think it was the second day.
Was it the second day?
It crapped out the first time we used it. So availability would probably be my next gripe right now, because it is new enough, and the fact that, once again, we live in a fairly good city with a handful of different firearm gun stores.
I've only seen one other one of these.
Yeah,
and that's it.
So right now availability is going to be another knock, if you want to call it a knock. I mean, that's just, that would be
it. And that's all I got, really. This gun.
Yeah. It's like I said.
And clean it. I guess the other thing is you have to clean it more than a stock 1022, because apparently, with a stock 1022, you can ride those pretty hard and put them away wet and put some lube on it. The next time you shoot it, it's fine. Yeah. This one, you can't do that. It's a little more picky.
I think it's probably, we don't have micrometers and we haven't tried it out compared to my old Ruger 1022, but it's probably just a little bit more tighter tolerances. So it probably doesn't fare as well when it gets a little dirty, a lot dirty.
It probably has to do with that Benz barrel or that Benz chamber.
Oh, that's true too. I didn't think about that.
So a tighter tolerance chamber probably what's going on there. But again, clean your gun after you shoot it and you'll be fine.
Right.
So let's summarize it.
Okay.
This is the best bang for the buck. I don't know what the MSRP on this is. We found them locally for under $550. You can probably get them for $600, $650 all day on the street. This is a good NRL 22 gun, base gun with the right scope. The bottom line is you won't be disappointed in this thing. One of the things that I like about this is you've got your buddies out there that have those Ruger Precision rimfires, those Savage Mark IIs, and this will outshoot them. We have proof, by the way.
Yeah.
This will outshoot them. We're talking at 50 yards, half MOA groups to 6.6 MOA groups. So with the right ammunition.
Right.
So this will blow away almost anything in the same range, same price range.
I think you have to get maybe triple to quadruple before I think you would actually even outshoot this guy.
Yeah, this gun is on par with the CZ457. We both own CZ457s. I have a chassis. He has an @1, and this thing shoots right up there with us at 50 to 100 yards. Now, out past that, we have yet to group past 100 yards.
Right.
But it wouldn't surprise me if it kept up.
Right. Yeah.
So we let our operator friend take this for about a week or so. He says he took it out to 1,000 yards and never missed. I'm going to call shenanigans because he probably couldn't see 1,000 yards with the scope. But he gave this a 90, which I've got to agree with that.
I think I have to agree with that. I just don't think that you could spend probably anywhere under 1,000 for sure, and maybe even up towards like 1,500, and get a 22 that shoots as well as this one does.
Well, and the Squirrel Wars of 1972, this is about as tactical as you can get right here.
Oh yeah.
So.
I know squirrels. This is what keeps them up at night.
Yeah.
This is their squirrel bane.
Yeah.
So.
This right here. Just put a suppressor on it, and you're good to go. That's all you really need for this.
Yeah.
A suppressor and a good optic. Well, that's all we got for you guys today. As always, like and subscribe. Share us with your friends. Don't forget to put any comments down there if you have any questions.
Yeah.
The more the better.
Yeah.
We'll try to answer as many as we can.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
And I probably should have said this at the beginning just to cut you out of the whole video. Go out and buy one if you're considering it, because this is the cat's meow.
Yeah, 2 thumbs way up.
2 thumbs way up.
Way up. All right, guys. See you
Bye.
later.
Oh.